morning, everybody. How are you? The devilishly handsome Ian Dixon. Good morning, sir.
Shut up, for fuck's sake. Jesus.
Good morning, everybody. Oh, fresh faced, ready for the week ahead. Welcome to the Short Wise Up Rise Up show this morning with me, your host, Danny Wallace. I hope you're feeling good. How you doing? Get on into the comments and tell me what's popping. Big week here at IATQB HQ. I'm loaded up. I've got my Purdy's. Has anyone tried this, by the way? This is not sponsored. Purdy's Natural Energy, but it's proper nice. Grape and apple with ginseng, rejuvenates. I don't know whether it does anything, but I shall take the snake oil. And it's delicious, especially when it's proper cold. So good morning. It's a bit exciting. Big week here at IATQB HQ. Beginning today, actually, as soon as the show is finished this morning, I am heading on into the car and heading on over to Newcastle because I'm going to be joining my friends Andrew and Pete, who have their incredible multi-track event, Atomicon. So tomorrow I'm speaking at the event, but today we are gathering the troops. So if it doesn't taste like coffee, chances are I've not tried it. Amy Blaney, I am not surprised. So Atomicon is a business development event, personal development event, where entrepreneurs are invited to go along and do lots of learning from lots of different entrepreneurs. So they go to workshops, they see keynotes, etc., etc. I have been very lucky to have been asked to speak at Atomicon. It is an event that I absolutely adore. I'm an attendee of the event. I'm a fan of the event. I'm also a fan of Andrew and Pete, who are the guys that facilitate and produce the event. They came to speak with me. I was interviewing them at Be Inspired. They've been to a few of Be Inspired. We are mutual appreciators of each of our work. And it is incredible to bring our communities together, which is what we get to do when we do these events. So it's not just me that's heading on over to Newcastle today. There's a whole squad of Hive members that are heading over. I think there are about 44 of us all going over. I think there's at least 1,000 people that are heading over to this event, but repping IATQB are lots and lots of us instead of it being just me. So it's so lovely to those of you that are coming along. Thank you so much for your support. If you are coming along to see me speak, or if you're not coming to see me speak and you just heard about the event via the show or via Be Inspired and you've ended up going, you are in for such a treat. The festivities start this afternoon. So there's a community mixer. So for people that have come from the IATQB community, have been invited to a very special pre-event to come and meet other members of wider communities. And then it's the big pre-event, which is the Jazzy Shirt evening. Now, I've got quite a jazzy shirt on at the moment, but it isn't my jazzy shirt that I've brought for tonight. I have actually, you know what I'm like, I love a costume. I've actually bought a number of jazzy shirts. I can't make my mind up. So I think I'm just going to wear all of them through the evening. I'm just going to pack them and just wear them all through the evening. So as part of the preparation for Atomicon, I started a WhatsApp chat group. So if you are going to Atomicon and you're not yet in the chat group, if you go to the IATQB Hive and if you just search WhatsApp, there is a chat group there for everyone that is kind of connected to me or connected to IATQB, part of the Hive. You don't have to be a paid member of anything. You don't have to be a previous client. You just have to be a member of our community and engaged with our community. Come on into the WhatsApp group. We have got you. If you go in and you feel like you're going to be on your own, come and get in that group. We've got you. I don't want anyone who's sort of broadly connected to us who might be going on their own to an event like this for the first time, feeling like they're heading into sort of a Shark's Tank. You definitely aren't. It's a bloody brilliant event. It's a lovely, safe, nice, inclusive event, but also there is a whole squad of us ready there to be the hands at your back. So I popped the link to our, I'm on my first train. Lindsay McGlone is on her way. I cannot wait, honestly. It's going to be an absolute loving, isn't it, for the next sort of 48 hours. I'm so excited. So I popped the StreamYard link into the WhatsApp chat. If anybody wants to join me on the live this morning, come and get excited. It isn't a huge long show this morning. I'm just telling everybody what it is that we're getting up to. For those of you that are watching along, the premise of the show at Rise Up Show is that on a Monday, we get together and we set our intentions for the week. On a Wednesday, we do some learning together. And on a Friday, we celebrate our successes. So this week, the intention for me is to grow our Instagram and grow our LinkedIn over the course of this week through lots of lovely networking. So I want to see that number go. If you don't follow me already on the Instagram, go over to Instagram right now and go to @theQueenBeeDanny, and you'll see this change live time. This is a Smil Instagram counter, and I bloody love it. It's ace. So if you don't follow me already on the Instagram, go over to Instagram @theQueenBeeDanny. Go drop us a follow. So that's one of my intentions this week, is to actively grow our engaged audience so we can reach more people with the show at Rise Up Show. And the other is to close out the expo spaces for Be Inspired. I think there's about 5 expo spaces left. So if you haven't got a ticket to Be Inspired and you have a business, you can get in the room by getting expo space. Not only can you grow your business and we'll support you to do that, you'll get training with me on traffic stopping, how to have a stall somewhere, all of that sort of stuff. You get to be Inspired. So if you want to know more about having an expo space, about being amongst the event in September in a more, involved way, come and get into my DMs. We've got about 4 or 5, I think, maybe 6 expo spaces left, and then we are sold out of expo spaces. So we've got some fantastic exhibitors. And we've got people in the back here in the green room where there is a distinct lack of snacks. My apologies for those of you that are dropping into the show this morning. We've got the plate spinning queen herself, the gorgeous Nick Davis, coming in to get excited about Atomicon. Good morning, you.
Good morning. Good morning.
I'm so excited. What time are you setting off?
Before 12, I think. Before I want to get there about 3-ish.
Yes.
Just take my time. I'm deciding which route to take, because I could take the scenic route going up the Hadrian's Wall.
Yep.
Which is weird because we were there just there last year. Or I could go the other way. And I'm like, I don't know which way I'm going to drive yet.
I'm literally, I think it's just like an L shape. We're from a similar spot in Preston, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going straight up the M6, turning right as soon as it tells me.
Yeah.
And then that's me straight across. But it is quite a nice drive. It's quite a straight through drive.
Beautiful drive. We have English Heritage membership as a family. So when we go up to Northumberland, we always go to all the Roman stuff on Hadrian's Wall.
And you can stop along the way.
Yeah, love it. Yeah.
Right. So, Nick, you're coming along to Atomicon. We're getting excited. We've been in the WhatsApp chat. We've been chatting. There's about 35 of us in there before we've got anybody else. It's been really fab getting excited with people. And I think, we're probably going to do the same when it comes to Be Inspired. We've got another event coming up at the end of this month with the incredible Nick James. It's called Underground via Expert Empires. So there's lots of community things that are happening for us that we can all go and get amongst. It's not anything that I'm selling. These are events of people that we trust. So you met Andrew and Pete, didn't you, when you were speaking at Be Inspired?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. And I had a chat with them because when I signed up for my ticket, it was very late at night and I put the wrong email address in. So I didn't get my ticket. So I spoke to Andrew at Be Inspired. He was so good. He went, not a problem, sorted it out. And on the Monday, there it was, all sorted. And then it turns out Pete and myself grew up in the same area, although we're different ages.
Yeah.
So I kind of we both grew up in Penwitham, apparently. So
yeah, absolutely.
apparently
And
I grew up in Penwitham.
it's a very small world, isn't it? That's where
It
my
is,
kids go
yeah.
to school in Penwitham, and just
Yeah.
around the corner. It's nice. It's nice when we've got ways to connect with people. But I think one of the really cool things about Andrew and Pete is they're brilliant connectors. People often say, like, one of the great things about being a part of sort of the Hive and IATQB is a brilliant connection space. And what we're doing as a squad, we're going and sharing that with another community that have got kind of a similar vibe, aren't they?
I love the fact that there's so many from the Hive going, but I'm also really excited to meet new people.
Yeah.
To suddenly, like, if you said there's going to be like I wasn't sure how many was going to be there, about 1,000 people. So there's gonna be 900 and odd people that I've probably not met before. So I cannot wait.
It's exciting. It's daunting at the same time, isn't it? Like, I know, like, even sort of in the chat, and something that I experience, I often go to events purposefully on my own so that it forces me to speak to other people. And it feels a little bit uncomfortable sometimes, but I always walk away from events like that knowing someone. You make new friends for life, you connect. It's quite a melting pot situation, and there's loads of incredible speakers as well. Nick, who are you excited about seeing speak?
I'm thinking I'm going to try and get a selfie with Joe Wicks. I've got to get a selfie with Joe Wicks.
I love that. I've seen him speak a couple of times, and he's always got something really inspirational to say.
Yeah.
So Joe Wicks is on the headline. There's Chris Cho's on the headline. There's all sorts of incredible speakers. Yeah. I can't wait. What's really good about Atomicon is that they release the program via an app, and you can like plan out like what you're going to do over the course of the day, because there are certain talks, because it's what we call a multi-track event. Yeah. There are things that are happening at the same time, and there are workshops that are happening in one room, and there were workshops that are happening in another, and you get to kind of create your own experience based on what you want to learn over the course of the day, which is quite cool.
It is, and I've not downloaded the app yet. I've still got to do it. I'm going to do it this. I'm packed, so I'm going to do it this morning. I'm going to have a quick look before I set off and just see about planning my day.
Planning your day, and we get to all hang out later. And if anyone's struggling, if anyone is going to Atomicon, in fact, let me know in the comments if you are coming along to Atomicon, even if you've not been a part of sort of the Hive kerfuffle getting there. What's the word? Like the kind of the community sort of thing on the way there. If you've just come across us as a live for the first time, you think, oh, flipping heck, I'm going to Atomicon and setting off. Have you got your jazzy shirts ready? Have you got your jazzy shirt ready, Nick?
No.
No. I'm going to bring extra.
I've got like a kimono throw type thing, like a blue and white, and that's jazzy. So to be honest, and it's so warm. It's so warm, isn't it? So I think I'm probably just going to throw that on tonight. I
love that.
I might be able to get a sneaky trip into town before I go, but if not, I've got that anyway. So
you're sorted. You're absolutely sorted. Who's got FOMO? Who's this? They've got stuff. So got FOMO. Who's got FOMO? We shall take lots of pictures and post them in the Hive. You can live vicariously through us. Is that Nina A. Spencer? Do you know what? Sometimes you can't get to all of the things. And one of the reasons why I want to share the experience of going to something like this is if you can't get there, you can start to set these things on your vision board. Nick, you haven't always gone to these sorts of events, right?
No, I mean, I've put a post on my personal profile this morning that 18 months ago, I wasn't even leaving the house.
Right.
Because I was so scared about COVID. I was post-heart attack. I have a lot of underlying health conditions, and I was scared to leave the house.
Yeah.
And I was like, how am I going to carry on? How am I going to build my business doing that? And then I got COVID. It came home.
Yeah.
and to be honest, after that, I went, well, bugger that. If I can't avoid it, so I'm just gonna have to get myself out there. And since then, I've committed to doing everything. I've made a promise to myself. I will say yes when possible. So obviously I said yes last year to going to Be Inspired and speaking on stage. I said yes to publishing a book. I've got all sorts planned for this year. And in January, I went, right, I'm going to Atomicon too.
I love that. And I'm so glad that we get to spend the next couple of days together. And for those of you that aren't coming along, you can follow along in our stories at the Queen Bee. Danny, if you're not following me already, go and give us a cheeky little follow. Nick, how do we follow you?
Instagram at Plate Spinning Academy. A business page on Facebook's a bit boring. Plate Spinning Academy with Nick Davis. There's not much going on there, to be honest. Or in my group, Plate Spinning Academy. If you just type in "Get Life Organised," or find me on my personal profile, it's all sneezed all over there. So no excuses not to find me.
There are no excuses not to find you. And if you aren't going this time, don't worry. We're not sharing these to make anyone feel bad about coming. It's to get you excited about what's in store for you. When you put these things on your vision board, when you put them on your intention list, when you start to save up for these things, they really can be life-changing. I'm a huge, huge fan of getting to events, of getting amongst it, of meeting new people, of broadening our networks. And that's what we get to do. Nick, thank you for joining me on the show this morning. I will see you in a few hours. That was Nick Davis from the Plate Spinning Academy, who's joining us at Atomicon. I am beyond excited to see so many of you. It's been really lovely to see so many of you seeing the value in incredible events. There are some fantastic events that are coming up in the not too distant future. Say if you, for example, you can't make Atomicon, which is today and tomorrow, at the weekend, I can't remember whether it's this weekend or the weekend after, Nicola Peak has an amazing event that you can go and get amongst. Please do go and check out Nicola's event that is happening in the next couple of weeks. I think it's either this Saturday or next Saturday. Please do go and check that out. That is going to be an absolute cracker. And then at the end of July, the next big one for us, in fact, no, the end of this month, we've got Lisa Johnson's Visible. I think there's still a few tickets left for that. For those of you that wanted to get more visible, Lisa's heading up a day of fantastic stuff centered around visibility. And then I am speaking as part of Nick James's Expert Empire event underground, and there are lots of us going to that as well. So do keep your peepers peeled. Oh, we'll manifest as well. Oh my goodness, there's so many. In fact, what we'll probably do is create in the Hive just some community events, and then you can find some friendly faces from IATQB and from the Hive. I think what I might do is do that. Does that sound like a good idea? That's what I'll do when I get back from this one. Right, my loves, have a phenomenal week. Let me know what your intentions are. Let me know what's going to be a win for you this week. A win for me is going to be seeing so many of you, giving you all a big squish, getting to hang out, have a drink with you, getting to speak with and for you, seeing all these incredible speakers this week, and also doing some work on the business. So we are expanding our team. We're looking for a community manager. We're also looking for an admin assistant to support all of our functions within IATQB. So if anybody wants the job descriptions for that, we are going to be interviewing in the next couple of weeks. Atomicon is going to be amazing, Lisa. I'm very, very excited to see everybody there. So lots going on, working in the business, on the business, at the business, with the business. I will see you on Wednesday for more Showing Up, Wising Up and Rising Up, and indeed again on Friday. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9:30. I will see you then. Have a cracker of a week. And if I'll see you at Atomicon, have those cuddles ready. I'll see you later.